Marketing and selling is essential in your online business. And when you have the right strategies and mindset, you not only can make a lot of money, but you can change a lot of lives. Welcome to the Online Marketing Podcast, where we help course creators, membership owners, and coaches market and sell their offers.
We're your hosts, Paul and Melissa Pruitt. Let's dive in and get started.
So we're jamming on what is working now in our business.
So not before.
No, now.
But now?
Now.
Okay, not what will happen, but
right
now.
Present,
right now.
Present moment. Present tense.
I love this topic because I tell you what, so many people get paralyzed thinking like, oh my goodness, what I did last year or 2 years ago or 5 years ago, I'm trying to force it to work right now. And a lot of us, we just paralyze ourselves.
Yeah. Isn't it interesting how we do create that anxiety for ourselves, whether we're thinking about the past or thinking about the future of all the things we have to do? And I think it's really important that we take a moment just to really evaluate what's working right now and see what makes sense for us in this moment.
Yeah, this has been a really interesting time for all of us, right? So many things in the world have shifted and changed. I think a lot of us in that hustle and grind moment, or we look back even our parents, how they would start at a job at 16, 17 years old, and they would work there for life. And in recent years, it's people, the habits of people will shift and change every couple of years. And now here we are in this almost a reevaluation part in a lot of our lives. A lot of people aren't going back to work. They're not going back to the things they were doing before. It was almost we all got jolted and a wake up call that maybe how we did things in the past doesn't necessarily have to be the decisions we make now and also in the future.
Yeah. And I think this is a good opportunity for all of us to give ourselves permission that if we need to reboot, that's okay. We might have been going in one direction at one point. And if we have to totally shift and pivot and change, that's okay. We might need to just stop what we're doing and again, evaluate and reboot and kind of swing things around to what's actually going to make sense for us.
I love that term reboot. It's like the duct tape of everything in life, right? So it's think about it, since technology came around, you get on those old support calls and it's oh, I have a problem. And the first thing the tech support would be, let's reboot, and then even when your mom and dad contact and oh, something's wrong with my phone or something, I'm
just watching
okay,
the thing,
let's reboot.
And it's taking its time, beep, 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 beep.
And how many of us have given ourselves permission to basically do the same thing, to kind of reset and reboot? Because again, sometimes we have made decisions along the way, little small micro commitments along the way over a couple year period. And we create a business or a career or an opportunity where we don't love it anymore. And it's not we were intentional. It's just over time, we said yes to this, we said no to that, we said yes to this, said no to that. And then suddenly we wake up and we're not happy. We're not fulfilled, you know?
Yeah.
And I just love that word reboot because it's it gives us permission to go, you know what? I know where I'm at right now, but maybe I do have the opportunity to boop, hit that reboot button and restart all over again.
Yeah, we like to do this in our business where at times we do this constantly throughout. We're always evaluating and we like to call it a purposeful pause, where we purposely just pause, we stop. We kind of marinate on the thought of what we're doing. We do this with everything that we do in our business, whether we're thinking about starting a new course or new membership or new program. We do that purposeful pause to just really evaluate and make sure that we're going in the right direction. And if it makes sense for us.
Yeah. If you think about even pre-pandemic times, we leaned into new business opportunities. So we were very intentional on closing down our real world photography business years ago. It was doing very well financially, but it wasn't serving the season that we were in. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of us think whatever decision we make, it's permanent. Oh my goodness. And I think we see this a lot in people that we coach, from marketing and business standpoint, is they're oh, I had to get everything perfect before I actually put something into the market, before I do a promotion or I put my offer out in the world or I do a launch or anything like that. They're nope, I got to get it perfect. And they're in paralysis, they're frozen, they're paralyzed. And I have to say is that the version one of everything that we've ever put into the market, over a year or 2 years, it doesn't look anything like what we originally started with.
Yeah. All these decisions that we make right now, they're going to evolve, they're going to change, and you can reboot at any time. So just because you make a decision now, like you said, it's not permanent. You could try it, you could test it, and if it's still not quite there, you can change it again. Like, that's the cool thing, is that we are entrepreneurs, we are resilient, we can reboot at any time, and we can, keep going, moving forward with things that we're working towards. But again, evaluate to really make sure it makes sense for us.
Yeah, and this is why I'm really excited, because we've been speaking and leaning in, talking all things rebooting, right? And again, come back to thinking like not every decision is permanent, and just how everything has changed in the world. Like, how many of us have had that purposeful pause, sat still for a moment, just say, you know what, am I doing exactly what's fulfilling me? Am I leaning into the right decision? Where do I start? What do I do? Is it okay to sell right now? Is it okay to make an offer, to switch, to pivot and things like that? Well, it's really cool also is our good friend Stu created an incredible guide. We've been jamming all things memberships for a while now, and he has an incredible guide. You want to tell everybody a little bit about that?
Yeah. So if you go to freemembershipguide.com, you can grab the guide, and this is really going to give you tips and strategies on how to make a membership work for you in your business. So like you said, we've been jamming all about memberships. We love memberships. You've been hearing all of the interviews with our amazing friends who have very successful memberships. And this guide can help you get started with that if you're just toying around with the idea, or if you've had a membership for a while and maybe you just want to up level it. So if you go to freemembershipguide.com, you can go grab that.
Yeah. So again, not every decision you make is permanent. This is the perfect time to do that purposeful pause, to sit still, reevaluate, see what's going on in the world. Is your business, the model that you have, what you've been doing, the decisions that you made up until now, like, is this really the direction that you want to go? Or is it really just a stepping stone into the next opportunity? And again, leaning into this, their good friend, Stu McLaren, created an incredible free gift, a great guide that's going to help you. Even if you're not deciding to specifically go into memberships, you're just curious right now, just like, would it make even sense for the model of business that you're in or the niche that you're doing? You're going to get all those answers inside of this guide. And that is freemembershipguide.com.
Yeah, this has been an awesome jamming on this. So if you love the show, please subscribe to the show and please share it with a friend. Let them know if they're interested in memberships or really anything in online marketing. We would love for them to tune in.
Yeah. So again, go to freemembershipguide.com. Go ahead and grab that. In between now and then, remember, marketing matters.
If you would like to work with us and our team to help you snap up more sales and incredible clients with a stellar marketing strategy that works, go to adaptivemembership.com and sign up for our wait list. We have a limited number of spots in our exclusive program to set you up for success and take action. We're waiting for you at adaptivemembership.com.